Hello and welcome to another issue of Hello Darkness, and we are on issue 13. Yes, that's right, I completely forgot what issue we are on. So this has stories such as Kill Screen by Steve Orlando. Robert Hack is back as always. Zag Aftra by Dave Cook. Free Adrift, Michael W. Conrad. Main cover, wait a minute. And then Bateman by Ian Brill. So our story begins in an alien land where this heroic creature is a creature, whatever he is, man, is fighting lots of zombies and weird creatures, and then all of a sudden there's little pixie zombies, as well as there are already troll zombies and whatever. So he uses his holy fire to obliterate them, but he becomes ill after being bitten. But that's all an illusion because he is wearing a specific VR code that actually transmit actual real life reactions to chemicals and biology and all that jazz that I do not understand. And he ends up, well, actually choking to death in real life. His dad comes in and tell him it's not real. However, he attacks his dad. Meanwhile, in the game, it says we've actually got a problem, and as such, you will need to take the VR off and until it is fully resolved. Upon waking up, realizing that his dad is dead, well, he sticks it back on and starts biting. And meanwhile, everybody else is probably doing something very similar once they realize the horrors of real life. And, well, there probably are some real horrors in real life. Hack is back. I'll just read this because it's easier. What we need is a cost-effective, sustainable method for boiling down the pour into marketable chemical slurry. So, is there a Mrs. You'll get the chair for this, Donnie. I will slice you open and, yeah, he's going to do something with his intro. Something very, very, very bad. Bad cop, worst cop. Yeah, that was gross. Anyway, moving on to the next story. So, there's been a pandemic, and no, it's not the pandemic of the real world. This is a pandemic of the zombie kind. And this young lady has no choice but to go in and do some sort of story, because if she doesn't, her mum and the medical bills are not going to happen, and her mum is not going to survive. So she sacrifices her morals and all, and goes in there to meet Danny Suka, who owns Ronga Studios. And apparently, because zombies, that's the pandemic, zombies are not actually real people, they don't have to pay them. So they get them into a scene after lots of safety guards, such as removing their teeth and their nails. And because they can deep fake stuff, they make them look pretty. It's a win-win. However, not all the safety methods work, as we see his son here, who was the future of the studio, is, well, becoming very ill. Daddy Dearest, well, he takes him out, and he's pretty much turned as well. So Kimmy is running for her life with. So once they're trying to escape, they found a prop that isn't actually a prop, and, well, she manages to use it pretty well to take out zombie Zuka. And as they climb out and they escape because they are survivors, those protesting use every picket at their advantage to resolve the zombie crisis. And as such, Kimmy then gets her story about that zombies are not to be used under this sort of control, and everything ends up being happy ever after. So, which is quite cool. Our next story is about three young men being trapped on a boat and being adrift after their boat fails, and they're deciding when they want to eat. So, what have they got? Well, unfortunately, they've got young Ben, who is their substance for surviving, because basically he died quite quickly after it. So they're eating. However, there was one thing they agreed that they were not going to eat. the brain. The brain is, as they put it, the one thing that shouldn't be eaten, because that is us in a nutshell, and our brains control everything. Or is, you know, well, yeah, essentially our brains control everything at our command, right? So they decided not to do it. However, after doing this, well, he ends up very, very sick, like almost dead sick. However, they are saved, and even though they're saved, he sometimes thinks that they're going to come back for repayment after what they did, defiling, I guess, their friend or the substance, whatever they want to call it. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I felt like there's perhaps more I should have taken from that story, but maybe I just didn't get it. Similar with this one. So there's another zombie apocalypse going on, and the world is coming to an end. And due to... Apologies, I had to stop the video. There was lots of loud... well, my family just being loud in general. And that's what happens when you try to record when your family are in the house, not at in the early hours of the morning when they're all asleep, or in the evening when they are out at work, etc. But hey ho, is what it is. So these two discover how to resolve it. Of course, it involved her friend being dead, and she wouldn't have been dead if she hadn't have gone to get her baseball from the other room. She would have, well, probably died as well. So she figured out how to resolve the zombie apocalypse. Simple, right? Release the vultures. Why didn't somebody think of this? Job done. Hey, they just peck out the brains, right? So perfect. So anyway, another Hello Darkness issues, as it still continues to go on. And this was a very, very zombie-century issue, which I did enjoy very, very much. I hope you liked it as well. If you like my video, my running through this issue, please do subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you look after yourself. Thank you to everybody that subscribed. Thank you for watching, and embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.